Hey guys, what's up, this is ScherBR talking, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we'll be doing some fast strategies for Chapter 2, Episode 6. Sorry it took some time, these stages are kinda hard in my opinion to farm. I do think that it's better to farm on newest events that we will be receiving instead of just farming here. But some people will want to farm the weapons, they may want the upgrades. So, we can start with stage number 6.1 and the point 4, yeah. I don't think any of the first 3 stages are good enough for farming, so we go just stage number 614. Okay, so on this stage, we have enemies. They are mostly weak against blunt, sun and heat, but they do change on different waves. Like the second wave, it's pierce, cold and lightning instead. But still better than the other stages to farm. And on the last wave, we have enemies only weak against spears. So this is what happens during all episodes. Some stages will have enemies weak to something, then they change it totally on the next wave. So for the first strategy, what we have here is Galahad, the newest version of Darque, Red, and Vassault. So if you don't have Vassault, you can use other cold mages, just that he's a little better for that. If you don't have Galahad, you can use Silver. If you don't have Darque, you can use Xeno. And if you don't have Red, well, if you don't have Red, you can use Golden Baum, or the newest version of Valdor. Well, we can bring one trainee here. Rainbow Rangers is the formation. In this point, I'm using Punishing Combo and Hummingbird on 4. Darque has Firecracker inherited from his Platinum style, so that after that he uses Throwing Knife, still not maxed. I have Galahad using all the attacks normally. And let me see. Yeah, that's it. Vassault has Bubble Burst inherited. No maxed as well. Let's go. Okay, the first wave can be finished just by Red. Yeah, he can. That's a good thing. Now on the second wave, he will not attack with any skill. He will save his BP for the last one. Now it's time for Galahad to use Winter Storm. And Vassault to use Torrential Storm. They together are enough. And now on the last wave, what we have is Firecracker. Or, well, if you don't have Firecracker, it's still okay to use the other skill, but I think this is better. It's also a good moment to train Firecracker if you still haven't. Galahad is dead. But we still did it in only 3 turns. The second strategy uses Rainbow Ranger formation. Here we have Jo, she kills the first wave by herself. There's Theresse for a lot of damage. Also Wagnas and Golden Ball. Let's start by Jo. She kills the first wave with her attack, so I'm using her... It's luckily not her staff, but this staff works pretty fine for her. It's Rock Bouquet staff, Sorbet Flambe is maxed. Then Golden Ball has Acid Spray inherited on 10 BP, so she uses this instead of Jelly Girl. Gold Ren will also be used on the last wave. Then there is Therese with Barrage Shot on 11, so she will use this instead of Heart Seeker. And for Wagnas, he inherits Psycho Shot, so that he can override Butterfly Blaze, and in the last wave he uses Bluefly Fang. So this should work as well, you can bring one trainee. Okay, so here in this case, Jo kills the first wave, just fine. She has enough firepower. Mine has +8 on intelligence. And then on the second wave we have Therese attacking. Barrage Shot. You could also use Mech, but then Mech will not have a follow-up AoE on the last wave, and that kinda decreases the damage. In this case, he didn't follow up with Blue Fire Fang, so we have another turn. But in your case, just bring someone as a trainee so that it deals the remaining damage. Gold Ball will also attack the next turn. For the last strategy, we have Animal String formation. Jo again to kill the first wave. Then we have Noel's daughter. She will use her fast attack twice in the setup, Surging Wave. There is Roufas in the back just to help out with damage. I want to train Shield attack this time instead of training the AoE attack from Vassault. So after Torrential Storm he will use Shield. And also we have Stun Undine, she will use Thunderclap either on turn 2 or 3. and then Water Hammer. This should be enough to kill it in a single turn for the 3 waves. Okay, battle started. Joe kills the first wave like before, just fine. Even easier now that still using the buffs will. Second wave we have Vassault and Noel's Daugher attacking together. One of them will still survive. No, just one of them, all of them. But it's okay now. Last wave we still have the Roufas attack. We still have single target attack with some others like, yeah, hybrid magic helps dealing damage here. Shield as well. The problem is just that this enemy is resistant to cold. But Roufas just do the trick now, finishing this last enemy easily. Now we jump to stage number 6.1.5, since now we can farm a martial arts weapon. Here we could farm a sword. This stage here is also a little of a problem. Again, they changed the weaknesses in a different wave. The first wave are weak to blunt, cold and sun, but then also cold, lightning and pierce, and then cold and lightning. Yeah, so what do we have in common here? Only cold. Yeah, Joe has to kill most of the enemies here, yeah. And this one she will not be able to kill, you need help to finish this enemy. It's a huge enemy, a lot of HP. Then on the second wave we need, we can use single target damage since there are 2 enemies only, but I will still be using AoEs. And then on the last wave we have another different weaknesses, blunt, sun and heat. Alongside cold, lightning and pierce. Guys, this is a mess, yes. The strategy here is to bring Rainbow Rangers, and we have Joe in the intelligence position, Roufas in the Dex one, Silver on the STR, and Golden Ball in the agility position. What we have here is Silver attacking on the second wave, Storm Roar is on 11 BP, Roufas is just normal. With Golden Ball we just use Jelly Girl and Gold Ren, and for Joe, just fine as well, same setup. I think I can even change her weapon. Yeah, forgot to change that. Remember that you can always use this one. Okay, first wave, Joe has to kill all the enemies and leave this large enemy for someone. In this case, it's Jelly Girl. Secondly, we have Silver doing damage here. This is actually a little of a waste, but we cannot change her cycle to do anything better than this. Even if Roufas uses Gun and Blade here, it doesn't really matter, guys, because he will still use his submachine gun on the last wave. And in this case, your helper or Trainee will also have to do a little damage. Any type of AoE damage, or you will have to use another turn. In my case, she's not. Yes, yeah, and I mean a lot of damage, like at least 25,000 damage. The next strategy uses Deadly Pierce. We have the second version of Fuse. Yeah, he's pretty strong here. I got air support to 16 and inherited submachine gun from his other style. Emelia is just as she is. This is Commando Emelia. Mech is as he is. And I feel like Red is also as he is. Just increase Hummingbird to 4. So, Red cannot kill this wave by himself. I tried with many different setups, but he cannot. So what we have here is Legendary Treasure, taking account of the small enemies, not all of them, but most. In this case, funny, Emelia attacked before. So now we will probably have Red attacking this wave. Yes. But he do not finish it by himself. He will need extra help. That's good enough. Some of them may attack before or after, but the result is the same. We can finish this in a single turn. And we can bring one Trainee, and that Trainee doesn't really need to do damage. No, actually it does. It does, but it's probably not much like the other setup. Yeah, 4,000 was enough. And one last strategy is this one, also Deadly Pierce. I do have Galahad in the front for fast attack, and I also have my Darque. Darque has Firecracker and Throwing Knives as AoE. He's just AoE on the setup. The same thing for Claudia. I'm getting her to use Barrage Shot, so Heartseeker is on 12. And then we have Wagnas. Yes, Wagnas is a little slow, he will not attack. Then I inherited Psycho Shot with the setup. We can bring one Trainee just fine as well. Okay, the battle started. Let's see if Therese goes first. That's the idea. She just did it. Nice. Firecracker. Should be enough. Yes, it is enough. Now we go for AoEs. Again. Searing Rapid Volley. Throwing Knives. Not enough yet. Also, Galahad is on 16 BP. So he still does not have his full AoE attack now. Only on the last wave. The enemy's dead. That's because only on the last wave we can take more advantage of his fast attack. Yeah, Winter Storm. It's better here. Searing Rapid Volley. Throwing Knives. Darque, why are you not attacking before the enemies? I don't know. And now Psycho Shot. Yes. One turn, also one Trainee. Nice. So, after the stage, we should move to stage number 6.2.2. Yeah. In this stage, we have enemies weak against Slash, most of them. This is the only one that is not. It's funny. All the other ones are weak against Slash. Some are weak against Moon, but you should ignore the ones weak against Moon. Just build a setup with Slash damage and you should be fine. And you can bring a full squad of Slash damage, it's easy. You just have to bring Dragon Strike formation, everyone has access to that. And what I have here is Mirsa, Final Emperor. In the case of Mirsa, I'm training his inherited skill called Attacking Defense, just because I want to. Final Emperor has Flowering Plum from his New Year style, inherited. Final Empress, but it can be any other double attacker as well, just fine. He's just a little better for turn 2 damage. Final Empress, you can use her as just she is, you don't need any inheritance. Noel, I'm using Noel to increase his Zanshin and Shadow Blade skill levels as well. Yeah, and in the back I have Roufas because of his Gun and Blade. The last attack is Slash, so it should be pretty fast. Let's go. Okay, so their enemies are even aligned in a row. It's not like it changed too much since it's only 2. If your Final Empress goes first, you use this AoE attack. It's dead already, Jin. We don't need more than that. Second wave, Noel can attack again. Still, I don't have all his skills awakened. The problem is just that these enemies have a lot of agility. Oh, Roufas is attacking before the others. What a crazy thing. This doesn't happen all the time. Yeah, also Double Dark Blade was a little of waste here. Yeah, he's attacking before everyone again. But no worries because Mirsa will kill. Steel Blade Light. Actually, in this case, we couldn't even try his other attack. No worries. Now, if you want to train a diverse setup while you are so farming the weapon here, we can use Byunei, Roufas, Madeleine, and Boston. Why Boston? Because he attacks with slash damage on the agility position. Right here, Rough Engine, Scissors, and Pincer will help you a lot. And then Roufas also uses Slash Attack, even being on Dax's position. Madeleine as well. She uses STR, she uses Flying Blade, and then she will use Racing Thunder after that. It's a good moment to train the skill because it will be handful in the future. And Byunei, we just use her as she is. She either uses Rising Earth on turn 2 or just use 360 Delta or Aerodyne. Let's go. So after the stage where we can farm a spear, we should ignore this one. I feel like this one has too many enemies with different weaknesses. And go straight to 6.2.4. This should be the best stage to farm now in story mode. We should not try to farm the boss stage, it's too long, it's a waste of time, and this also has the highest cap besides the boss stage. So here it's also pretty easy. It's the only stage now that has the same weaknesses shared about all enemies. See, they are weak to blunt, sun, and heat in all waves. Yeah, finally, after so many stages with hard setups, we can farm this one. And the first strategy uses only 3 styles. Yeah, don't care about Darque. He's here because I'm training his Kaleidoscope attack. And I only use red, but I have Punishing Combo on 15, Punishing Fist on 6, Emelia with Ricochet Parade on 9, Bullet Dance on 9, and Total Shot on 4, and Wagnas with Psycho Shot Inherited, and Blue Fire Fang here. But you can also use Butterfly Blaze if you want, it's just that I already have this maxed, I don't want to train this anymore. With that, you should be able to clear all waves, and you can bring 2 trainees, in this case in the Intelligence position and in the Loft position. Okay, now that the battle started, Red will always go first since he's on the Agility position, and then someone will just follow up. I also train my Volcano here, it's not like he's needed. That was a little of an overkill. 4-hit combo. Second wave, time for AoE attacks again. Punishing Fist always go first. Ricochet Parade is extremely powerful. If you have the newest version of Emelia, you can use that one as well. I don't know who you can use instead of Wagnas. They are almost dead already. They are now. This is my best strategy. Next strategy is funny because we are using Matriarch on the agility position. At least we can guarantee that she uses AoE twice. Yeah, she cannot attack twice. The only one that can is Albert, but you need the newest version of Albert. This one is only 2 times for Victor Blade. But if you have that one, use that one, is better. What we have also is Emelia. If you don't have Emelia, you can also use any of the other gunners that do AoE. We can also use T260G. Should work fine. And on the int position, I have Barthélemy. I prefer Barthélemy than Joe here because he can follow up with an AoE attack. Joe cannot. That's the reason why. And you can bring 1 trainee. Okay, Albert is not instant kill, of course, but his AoE damage still helps. So we have Abaddon Hands here, and Brandish. Brandish also does critical damage against undeads. Guarantees that these enemies will die. Also, if you don't have Emelia, it can be other AoE attackers like Therese. Also, she has a full cycle, can be Darque. It's not hard to remove Emelia. Okay, last wave. Let's see who will finish the last enemy here. Barthélemy didn't have AoE. Oh. So I feel like we will need an extra turn. So bring a trainee that can do AoE damage as well. Even on the... Oh no, he didn't attack before, so he had this better attack. But he missed it. Funny. He missed it attack. Mine is level 50. How did he miss an attack? Who knows? The enemies are getting strong. They are. And the last strategy brings mages back into action. Sun or heat mages. Yeah, what we have here is Princess White Rose, the second version, inheriting Chocolate Ball, but you can also inherit the other Light Ball attack from other S styles of her. There is Barthélemy with Ebon Hands and Heat Wind. You can use Ebon Hands on 9, but you can also increase to 11 if you want to use Heat Wind all the time. Doesn't really matter that much. And then we have Volcano and Myriam. Yeah, mines are being trained. Look on the level. Yeah, at least Myriam has a very low level. With that, we can get Volcano also to not use Crimson Flare, but increasing to 14. I think it should be a good thing. Let's do this. Crimson Flare back to 14. And let's go. Okay, so Barthélemy starts with Ebon Hands. Not as strong to kill all of them, just fine, but Volcano will attack with Firestorm. Heat Wind, who else will attack now? Another Firestorm, but for Myriam this time. Volcano will not have VP now, so Princess White Rose, please use Blasted Guardian to help us here. She is not attacking so far. Oh, just because I said. And either Barthélemy or Myriam will finish then with Heat Wind. Actually, we'll need both. Yeah. It also works pretty fast, you can bring one trainee. But I still prefer the first strategy, that one is the best one I made. But that's it guys, thanks so much, sorry for the long wait, this is not fun. I didn't have fun making this strategy, it's part of the story, is very hard to farm because of so many enemies changing weaknesses between waves. But I hope it helps, thanks so much, we see each other on the next one. Bye.